Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. On the Bitcoin chart, we can see that there are some mild upside extensions, a bit of a smallish upside extension there. As per the previous update, there hasn't really been any confirmation that a pullback has started. So this is not really surprising. Also, remember that I was still highlighting that we're still watching for further upside, either directly or after one more higher low in wave 4. So yeah, especially as long as we're holding above support. And all I can do at this stage is to adjust support. And I've now adjusted it to reflect the latest swing high. By the way, this is only an intraday update. If you're interested in the daily chart, I covered the daily in the previous update. I also covered the ETH BTC chart. I covered Bitcoin dominance. So that might be something that interests you. That video is anyway still up to date, especially on the daily, nothing changed. And we might actually be traveling further towards that 67,300, 67,400 level, which I've highlighted here as well as one of the lower degree extensions. But on the daily chart, around 67,300, we have also a key Fibonacci level. So yeah, looks like we get some more upside momentum. As I said, my take is that this is still a third wave. And the upside momentum we're getting kind of suggests that, yeah, at the moment. And it's kind of seems to be the correct assessment, because if we were already in the fifth wave, it would possibly a little bit more choppy. It would possibly be a bit more choppy. This is, yeah, I mean, I don't want to say impulsive. It's a small time frame and degree. It's difficult to say, but it still keeps pushing. And that could very well be a C wave of wave 3. Absolutely. Okay, so that assessment seems to be okay. Bear in mind, I can always be wrong with the microstructure. I mean, the B wave could be here, and this is already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it sits up here a little bit. Again, that's why we say we want to stay in the trend when we're trading this. So when anybody's trading this, is, you know, as long as it's kind of simple to do, because we're forming higher highs and higher lows, because that's what we're doing, right? The price has not at any point here form the lower low. So it's still forming here higher low, you know, higher low, this entire area, higher lows. And now it's still pushing higher high, you know, towards higher highs. And as long as we are holding above micro support anyway, this is the Fibonacci support area, there is no sign that a decent pullback has started. I'm watching for signals that this fourth wave might start and then can still give us another high in wave 5 of C of 3. But you know, as long as we're holding that micro support, very important, there isn't anything that would suggest a deep pullback is unfolding. So next upside levels still relevant, mentioned in the previous video, 66,511, that might be reached shortly, and then 67,300, 67,400. There isn't really much more to say. All I can do is update the support area. And once I see evidence that at least a local top has formed, then we can watch for support here in this region for still another attempt to rally higher. Or if that upper support breaks, it's only a signal level, right? It's a signal. So below 61,860, I would assume a deeper pullback is starting. Now, whether that is a pullback in the white wave count, which is the B wave here in white, or if it's the C wave down in yellow, which would be bearish, that remains to be seen. It will be determined by the structure on the daily. So here I can only adjust the support area on the daily as well. If we get a break below that key level that I just mentioned, then we can watch for support in that area. 55,480 is then key support for the bullish scenario. So there's a very clear pivot between the bullish and the bearish scenarios. We are quite far away from support on the daily now, so risk is naturally increasing. What you could do very simply is just to draw yourself a trend line here. And that is something to observe, yeah? So it all depends. Your personal strategy, tactics, and so on also depend on which time frame you're looking at. But yeah, we possibly even have three touch points here. So I'm watching this trend line now to determine also, let's say, as additional trend filter. Okay, the trend is still up. We need a break below the trend line as well, coupled with a break of that Fibonacci support on the smaller time frame to indicate a top of sorts is in place. We're also approaching this trend line here on the daily. I think it's in red actually on the smaller time frame, I should probably highlight it here in red as well, not to create any confusion. So this could also be something for an upside breakout, but you see this next upside target on the daily points towards 67,300 as well. So all we do at this stage is just to just to watch the price action to understand when the local uptrend is finished. Then we can watch the next support area and take it level by level here. Next upside target should be clear. It's still an uptrend, upside extensions happening, and there's a key level here on the daily that I'm watching, 67,300. Above that, the trend line at around 68,800. So that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.